Okay, so let's get started. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany David, and I am the director of the Neighborhoods First initiative here at the City of West Palm Beach in the Mayor's office. It is really an honor to welcome all of you here for the celebration for the 2022 cohort of the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy. Woohoo! Round of applause! I have a short video that I'd like to play for you all, but before I do that, I'd just like to say that our participants have worked really, really hard in a really short time to focus on their businesses and credit building, and I hope you see the results of that as you visit them at their tables or have conversations with them as we network in the room today. Mayor, I'm gonna play the video.
I would have done it for you, but
You have people.
I have people, that's right. We really determined how special we were, if you will, during COVID. Once remote work became a possibility, they saw Florida, and indeed West Palm Beach, Florida, as a place where they could live and work and make a living. Right across the Intracoastal from us is a little town called Palm Beach, which is probably one of the most expensive zip codes in the entire country. So a lot of captains of industry. They come down here seasonally, and now with COVID, it was good to get out of a congested area like New York or Connecticut. We also have a very attractive tax rate. We have no income taxes at the state or local level. So anyway, put West Palm Beach on the map. We've actually tagged ourselves with the town with the little tag of Wall Street itself. When COVID hit, in response to the outcry for social justice, I formed a task force, a mayor's task force, on racial equality. And becoming an UNAM fellow helped me build upon that. We had about 23 citizens who participated in the task force over a 6 to 8 month period, and they came up with specific recommendations. One of the things that came out of the task force is there was a need for opportunities to allow people to start their own businesses, basically the creation of a entrepreneurial ecosystem, particularly in communities of color, Black and brown communities. So our project was to put together something called the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, which gives people training and the ability to improve their credit score, therefore making them more bankable. And then also it gives them training over a 10 to 11 week period in just how do you run a business. Even though we have a 3% unemployment rate, which is very low, the poverty rate in our city is high, 17%. And unfortunately, many of those people who fall below that poverty rate are folks who look like me. So as the mayor of the city, as I am very intentional about making West Palm Beach a community of opportunity for all, it is very important that those opportunities reach those who are in the communities where that poverty rate is very high. The idea there is that if we get more entrepreneurs in communities of color, we'll stabilize those communities. Statistics have shown that those businesses in those communities tend to hire employees from those communities, so it provides employment opportunities. Statistics have also shown the best way to close that wealth gap between white Americans and Black Americans is to help people start businesses. Ingenuity, creativity knows no skin color and knows no zip code.
We have our participants seated here in the front, and I would like for you to hear more about the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, not from me, but from Mayor James, the facilitators, guest speakers, and the participants. So this evening, Mayor James will talk a bit more about his vision for the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy. We'll have our facilitator and also a guest speaker, Darnell Gardener, share why he was involved with the program. as well as a participant who was in the first cohort, Nyota King. She's the owner of All About Us with the items that are imported directly from Africa. And she will speak about how the program impacted her and why she decided that she wanted to continue to participate as a facilitator. So without further ado, Mayor, if you could please come to the podium.
You taking the microphone? Does this work? Thank you, Tiffany. And good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Now, this is a celebration, y'all. Good. That's the kind of energy we need in a celebration.
Yes.
But before I go any further, I need to introduce the First Lady of West Palm Beach, my lovely wife, Lorna. I learned the hard way that I need to get that out the way early. Thank you for coming tonight, sweetheart. I also need to acknowledge some other folks who have been very important to this Jumpstart Academy. Certainly want to thank our partners, the Urban League of Palm Beach County. Patrick, I saw you there. Thank you, Patrick. Co-starters, who's here from co-starters? Thank you, y'all stand up, thank you. And Justine Peterson, who's here from Justine Peterson?
They have their holiday party tomorrow, so that's why.
All right, we'll tell them when you see them that I thank them.
Okay.
I certainly also want to thank the many guest speakers who took time out of their crammed schedules to share their business experience with members of the cohorts. Or who are the guest speakers that are here? Please stand. Ezra, I see you over there. I know you spoke. There are others. I also want to thank the facilitators who committed to partner with participants for more than 3 hours a week during the 10-week course. Who are the facilitators? In addition to the weekly meetings, facilitators supported the cohort participants by connecting them with resources and pushed them to recognize the value of their service or product. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank the many, thought I'd get to page 5 before the emotions hit, but yeah. Anyway, I got allergies, y'all. That's all it's all. So I want to thank the many cohort members and their family members. Ladies and gentlemen who had participated, you taking the first step to build your credit and invest in your business is remarkable, and we're here to congratulate you this evening. Give yourselves a hand. And certainly I would be remiss if I didn't mention my team in the mayor's office. First of all, City Administrator Faye Johnson. Mr. Frank Hayden, I know he's here with his team, Sandy, and thank you. And will you all give a special thanks to Tiffany?
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Tiffany was hired to be a neighborhood first coordinator. And if you could tell me what Neighborhood First has to do with Jumpstart Academy, you get a prize. But Tiffany has always been one to step up. I think she caught the vision as we started talking about it. And she's been with this from inception to culmination. So Tiffany, thank you again for jumping in there. So tonight, I briefly want to discuss with you why the name Jumpstart Academy, and then I want to talk about what we hope to accomplish through the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, a lot of what you may have heard on that video, but there's some other things I want to So we're here tonight to celebrate the entrepreneurs who have successfully completed the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, and also hopefully you are here to learn more about this program, why this program is a key component of my vision, which is to create in West Palm Beach a community of opportunity for all. So in March of 2022, I launched the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy with funding from E Pluribus Unum Foundation. I was one of their original fellows, and they gave me $75,000, and I took that money and we created this program, a program focused on credit building and entrepreneurship. Now, the name Jumpstart Academy, I'm sure you've asked, where'd that name come from? And if you didn't, I'm about to tell you anyway. So, most of you are too young to remember the days before Uber and cell phones. But it used to be, back in the day, when you hopped in your car to head out to your job or to run errands, you were on a mission. You were committed to get to your desired location. Well, back in the day, sometimes you get in the car and it wouldn't start. And the first thing you saw was a jump. A jump was when somebody had some cables and they connect them from their battery to your battery, and hence the term Jumpstart. So you would reach out to a friend or a stranger if you were on the side of the road with your hood raised. People were more friendly back then. They would stop and say, "Can I help you?" They don't do that anymore. So to complete the metaphor, however, I wanted this program to jumpstart the dreams of entrepreneurs of color. So, and Tiffany, you and Rebecca were in the office when we came up with this name. I thought it was a very good name, by the way. So me and the team are working every day to make West Palm Beach a community of opportunity for all. Through various programs and initiatives, we are working to create a city that incubates and attracts economic growth and development, enhances quality of life, and increases opportunities for all residents and business owners to fulfill their potential and realize their dreams. Now, when the pandemic hit, we learned some very valuable lessons during the early days. The one thing I'm most proud of is that the city of West Palm Beach, in partnership with Valley Bank and the Urban League, again, thank you, Patrick, was the first municipality in the county to offer direct financial support to small businesses. I'm very proud of that fact. We got money on the street, and as my city administrator, Ms. Johnson, would tell you, we did not have a line item in the budget for pandemic relief, okay? So I often humorously say, but it wasn't too far from the truth, we had to look under couch pillows and under the mattress to find the money, but we knew there was a tremendous need out there for small businesses. They needed help. So we got money out there. Now, one thing we learned, however, unfortunately, many minority businesses in our city did not qualify for the loans because the personal credit score of the owner was not high enough, or the business itself could not prove that income was lost due to COVID. We know that a host of structural barriers, from continued discrimination in the labor market, to predatory financial practices, to stagnant and inequitable wages, prevent people of color from getting ahead and those factors contribute to the racial inequities in employment, income, and wealth. COVID-19 only exacerbated or amplified those disparities. So why a program on entrepreneurship? I'm glad you asked. Let's review a few facts. According to the PolicyLink National Equity Atlas and the Economic Policy Institute, Florida ranks second in income inequality. In West Palm Beach, 42% of African American residents, 40% of the black immigrant population, and 25% of the Latino population live below the poverty line. As I mentioned on the video, pre-COVID, our unemployment rate in the city was 3%. Pre-COVID, our poverty rate was 17%.
Sorry, sir.
What you doing? Everything I just said about Tiffany, forget it. Anyway, why are you there? Okay. Okay, that was totally unscripted. As I was saying, there was a disconnect between unemployment. People had jobs, but for whatever reason, we weren't getting people out of poverty. So let's talk about business ownership. Also, stark disparities. In West Palm Beach, our city alone, 60% of white workers own a business. 44% of Latino workers own a business. But only 28% of African American workers own a business. So I share these statistics not to necessarily tell you how big of a problem we have. I share those statistics to tell you how great of an opportunity we have to make a difference. According to the Brookings Institute, there are 6,204 black-owned businesses accounting for 4% of employee-owned businesses in the region, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. 6,204 black businesses. If black businesses accounted for 22.6 of employer firms, that 22.6 represents the population of African Americans or blacks, immigrants in that region, there would be almost 44,000 more black businesses in this region. Imagine that, 44,000 more black businesses contributing to the economy of this region. So to me, it was a no-brainer. That's why I wanted to work to create an entrepreneurial ecosystem. According to a recent article from Prosperity Now that does a lot of digging and looking into the power of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship is an important tool for helping disadvantaged workers build financial security and wealth. It supports workers who may be excluded from the traditional labor market, and small businesses also fuel job creation in their own communities. Entrepreneurship can even help narrow the racial wealth gap. That's what I mentioned up there. Really? You got a phone? Okay. This is my staff, y'all. I got Tiffany fooling around over here. I got my, okay, Cheryl. All right. They work for me, though. I love them to death. So anyway, there was a survey taken by a group called the Venture Forward 2021. The Venture Forward, their 2021 survey found that companies of all sizes, access to capital is a big concern when getting started. But 63% of micro business owners who started after 2020 needed less than $5,000 to get going. Now that's an amount that traditional banks just aren't set up to provide. But you know what, guess what, all over our city, and we found this out during COVID, minorities, people of color are starting businesses. I like to say everybody got a side hustle, right? I want my administration to help those who take the risk to start a business to be set up for success and not failure. So through the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, we are creating a network of mentors, and we are providing to cohort members over $1,200 worth of practical business education. The Mayor's Jumpstart Academy empowers individuals to become financially secure and bankable first, and then we equip them with the knowledge needed to formalize entrepreneurial aspirations. You can see this from the cohort members we are celebrating tonight. Hopefully you had a chance to walk through the vendors village and see some of the offerings there. That's only a microcosm of the offerings that the cohort members have. So in partnership with Justine Peterson, the Urban League of Palm Beach County, and co-starters, participants who successfully complete the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy will have a pathway to additional financial and technical assistance. We've already enjoyed some success, ladies and gentlemen. We had 2 businesses that are SWMBE certified with the city who have come through this project, this program. Some of those businesses were at the tree lighting held last week. I think there was a pop-up for a skating rink. I ain't gonna say who did that, but pop-up. Or they've been at the market that we hold on Saturdays on Clematis Street. In June and November, after 10 weeks of meeting weekly for 3 hours, hearing from guest speakers and really exploring what it takes to build their businesses, the participants made it through, and they made presentations to their friends and family. So to each, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, and they can tell you better than I can, getting through that 10 weeks wasn't easy. Some of them were single parents, they have other jobs. Yes. So it took a real commitment for them. Can I get it? Amen.
Amen. Amen.
But they persevered. Yes. So to each of the cohort members of the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, I commend you for your commitment, and I want to announce today that each entrepreneur who successfully completed the credit building and entrepreneurship training will be eligible for up to $5,000 in a grant.
Hello.
Now, notice I said eligible for. So there's some more work you got to do. All right, so you got to present us in the application the business case for why you want that grant and what you're going to do with it, and there will be accountability. But that's just the start of the opportunities and that are available to you because you have completed the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, and we're looking forward to that. Another thing I need to point out is that there's also folks who went through Cohort 1 who are giving back. They're reaching back. I think we had, 2 facilitators for Cohort 2 who participated in Cohort 1. What we're doing as part of our entrepreneurial ecosystem is building a group of entrepreneurs in communities of color as they counsel each other, advise each other, and mentor and even participate in the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy. So, Tiffany, could you please introduce the next speaker? But congratulations again to the graduates of the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy.
So first, I need to apologize to Mayor for changing up the background while he was speaking. And to all of you, sorry for that disruption. But I'd like to keep the program moving along, and our next speaker is Mr. Darnell Gardener, who is with Megan Construction and the owner of a general contractor with Megan Construction, and the owner and founder of First Source, a commercial brokerage firm.
Thank you for the warm introduction. Guys, this is awesome. Yes, it is. My mentor, Bruce Lewis, always say, ask clients what their sweet spot is. This is my sweet spot. I'm very passionate, Mayor. This is awesome. This is what I do every day for over 18 years, helping businesses. I can't believe time is just flies so fast. March, this past March, the mayor started this. In this same room. This is awesome. It's good to see.
You got allergies?
Yeah, I got allergies too. I'm gonna control my allergies. But this is awesome, guys. You did it.
Yes.
We did it. I'd like to thank Mayor James for intentionally working close to bridge this gap of racial wealth gap in our community. We have a lot of under-resourced businesses out here, especially minority. And with this platform that you guys went through, this is something I ask questions. When you guys come to me, you ask me the questions, I ask you the same questions. You know, what is your business? What do you do? What are you looking for? What's your budget? Okay? What's your demographics? That's important, you know? So when you guys come to me and when I come to you, this platform is the same thing that we deal with. As a commercial broker, we underwrite. We underwrite investors. We underwrite business owners. So you're on the right track. Also, one thing I wish I had this when I started, because you get $5,000 up to $5,000 to start a business. 20 years ago, we ain't had nothing like this. So Mayor, I'm passionate. I'm gonna make sure I do my part to make sure this keep going forward, because this is what I do, okay? I want to recognize some of the facilitators. Phil, if he could please stand. Denise. Godwin, is Godwin here? Nyota. The participants, they're proud that you stuck with them and helped them through the process. Every day we're learning something. I'm learning something with everybody that goes through this process, because in my business now I get a more understanding by listening and feel and underwrite you a little bit better by just listening to you in your business. Because when you come to me, I'm straightforward. Okay, what do you want? What do your needs are? You know, let's get to the point. But now I can take a few steps back and just get to qualify you a little bit better by understanding you and your business, which is very important, you know. Also, I want to bring up the participants. If y'all can please stand. You guys need to give your pat on the back. Is any family members here of the participants? Can you please stand? Can you please stand? We thank you because they were here with us. You know, the 10 weeks, they were here with us. And yeah, it was some long nights. And we had to adjust. And we want to thank you. Yes, we want to thank you. And you'll appreciate that in the future, what they have done, because they're building something for you as well for the near future. And that's it. In my business, this is what I do. This is what I'm passionate for. And I'm glad that the mayor started this. And I'm passionate. I'm speechless, because I'm not a talker. I'm more of a doer. But I'm glad that you guys went through the process. But I'm going to give now, participants, I'm going to give you something to think about. Now it's time to move forward. All right? It's time to act. All right? I heard some people, what do we do next? This is what you do next. You've got no more excuses. It's time to start. All right? So when you get the money, up to $5,000, start the process. I'm gonna do some bullet points, okay? First, it's time to start. Stay focused, okay? Support one another. Call each other, because you guys know each other. Y'all will help each other through the process. Be a good leader and a community person. Know your competition. Don't compete with them. Know them. Know what makes them successful, what makes them not successful. Then you can be the change. Learn and listen to your customers. Your customers can be your good and worst enemies. So make sure you listen to your customers, very important. And they can teach you things. I learned things from just listening to customers, because we're all smart, but there's always someone smarter. So just listen. Get a mentor, very important. Keep in contact with one another. And also keep in contact with us. Because you finished the process, don't mean that you can't call me, or call Phil, or call Denise, or call Nyota, or call Godwin if I don't know if he's here or not, but call us. You know, Tiffany, she's here. I'm a resourceful person. If you hit me up, I'm gonna let you know, okay, this is what you need to do. And you know, guess what? I won't charge you, because I love giving information. That's me, okay? And lastly, Never be comfortable with yourself or your business. Always fight. Always try to find the edge. Because when you get comfortable, that's when it's going to be a problem. I want to introduce the next young lady up here. Before she was a facilitator, she actually sat in the class, and I actually was a guest speaker. And this lady here, I'm proud of her because of how far she has came. She has her business with African apparel. I see her in the street, I see her in the community, I see her talking, and now she's teaching participants. Nyota King. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, how can I follow that up? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Nyota King Sanyang, and my name is Swahili. It means star of the morning. And so with my business, All About Us, I specialize in authentic African apparel and accessories. I started my business in 2018, and I had a lot of momentum. I was doing a lot of events, a lot of shows, but one thing I think this class has taught me, I know this class has taught me, is it's just as important to do the physical work as it is important to do the administrative work. I had a personal situation. My daughter passed away in 2021. So the momentum for my business kind of diverted because I took some time away from that. So when I heard about the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, I was very interested because I want my business to succeed. So I am a participant in the first cohort, and after I finished that session, I was asked to come on as a facilitator in the second session. So as a participant in the cohort, this program gave me the fundamental building blocks on how to start and operate a business. Most of us know the importance of running a business and the future it could create for our friends, for our family, and yourself. But not everyone knows the day-to-day operations, and that's the part that that I was lacking on how to start and run a business. The Mayor's Jumpstart Academy breaks down key components like marketing, break-even points, business structure, and accounting in a 10-week session. I have been in other startup initiatives in the area, but Co-Starters is the first program where you have tangible resources. You have the workbook, you have Mighty Networks, you have the social media networks where if you have questions, if you need answers, they have workshops throughout the month where you could come in, and if it's a subject that you're struggling with, then you could possibly find the answer, and there's people there always willing to help you. Because of this program, my business has gained the education on how to access capital through private lending and grants, connect with other business resources in the community, and continue coaching with the online resources in Co-Starters. Another benefit of the Jumpstart Academy is our growing community of entrepreneurs. I feel like my cohorts, the first and second sessions, we're a family now. We network with each other. And that's what I heard the mayor talk about, that's the whole goal for this program, is for the economics to keep rolling. It might not be the high dollar level that is coming to West Palm Beach or here in West Palm Beach now, but it keeps it rolling, and it gives our children, our community, a future. Something that's, these allergies here.
Must be the microphone.
Something that our community could strive for. As a facilitator, I am thrilled at the opportunity to help entrepreneurs through the startup phase much smoother than I would have. It's a wonderful feeling to watch the cohorts transform their vision over these 10 weeks. Because sometimes people come in and they don't know what they want. They're frustrated with their current situation, and they know economics is a better way out. Like having their own business, starting something for themselves is a better way out. So over the 10 weeks, they get ideas, and the first idea that they may have started with may not be tangible right away. So they may have to divert off that dream to something else until they could get the finances and the resources to do the original dream. And I've told a lot of the cohorts, that's not an issue. As long as you're trying, as long as you're putting one foot in front of the other and working towards that goal, then you're achieving your dream. I am honored to positively impact my community that I am so deeply passionate about. My family, I have a personal history with West Palm Beach. I know we're getting a lot of transplants here, and everybody's welcome. But my family was one of the families that was in the sticks. If you don't know the history of Palm Beach County, the sticks was originally Palm Beach Island. And there was a shift in the residents there from the descendants of the Bahamas to the majority of Caucasians. So it's Palm Beach, and knowing the history of West Palm Beach and Palm Beach Island is something that I was taught as a child. And I feel it's very important to hold on to that dream and hold on to the economics that we had. Because downtown West Palm Beach, Pleasant City, Tamarind, it was an economic hub for blacks and minorities. I grew up in Pleasant City. I knew there was shoe shine. Anything that you needed, it was in our community. So being in this program is renewing my faith that we could have all the everything we need, any e-commerce we need, any economic we need. I need signs, I need marketing, I go to 561's Customs. I need my place clean, Mono's cleaning. I need administrative needs, I have Mr. Cara here. So every one of these businesses is important. And it's how we're going to make it as a society, whether color be with color taken out of this equation. Businesses need other businesses. Of course. And so it's very emotional, and I take this program very seriously. So with that said, I am grateful to Mayor Keith James. And I'm also grateful to his team at West Palm Beach. Tiffany, anytime I need an email, you know, she's very responsive, follow up on questions, everything. So, Mayor, you have the right team with you. Yeah. So feel confident in that. We all know the economic climate in this area is changing, and of course, this course ensures that our success and survival. And I also, last but not least, A special thank you to the friends and the support team of all the entrepreneurs. Your being in our corner is priceless. Please continue to support and be patient with us, with your loved ones. This will help us make our wildest endeavors come true. Thank you.
So please, those who are under the sound of my voice, go enjoy the Vendors Village. There's still some refreshments left over there. I see Bill is uniquely positioned by the bar. But I think it's also important just chat with some of these participants. I was talking to them early and I was just blown away. And my allergies almost got me then when I was talking to them with their stories and the dedication that they have brought to this process. These people are about business, about the business of building their business. So please talk to them. Now, if there are any of you out there, and I invited some folks here, and I'm disappointed they're not here, who want to participate with the city and support the Mayor's Jumpstart Academy, please drop me an email. There is ample opportunity for members of the private sector to join in on this because I am mayor now, and with your help, I'm gonna be mayor for another 4 years. But I want this Mayor's Jumpstart Academy to be around for a long time, beyond my term as mayor. So it is important that we have a sustainable source of funding to continue to support the entrepreneurs that are being educated, that are going to come out of this Mayor's Jumpstart Academy. And it's my pledge, I will be working, I'll be making the ask of the private sector to get their support, because this is going to be a sustainable model. And those of you who have just completed, please, please do not forget those who are coming in behind you. You know what this did for you. And part of being an entrepreneur in this community is giving back to the community. Okay? So that's all I have to say. Have a good evening, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy